Mayor, I was looking at the numbers in the last 5 years. This is shaping up to be perhaps one of, if not the most violent year when it comes to homicides in the capital city in the last 5 years. When you hear that type of number, when you hear those statistics, what do you think?
Well, if we had been having this conversation a year ago, Chris, we would have celebrated the fact that over the previous 2 years, there had been zero youth homicides. So this year has been especially difficult and tragic for too many families, too many lives cut short, and for our entire community. And frankly, it sickens me. And I think we can understand a little bit why without making any excuses. Obviously, society is under a great deal of stress with COVID-19. Young people, in fact, have very few outlets. People are locked up. And, we never have to we never can lose sight of the fact or take our eye off the need to build communities in positive ways. But at the same time, there's just no reason for anybody to be packing guns. What is this about? And it has gotten obviously worse this year. And I think there are a lot of reasons for it. But those reasons cannot be excuses to do everything we must on the prevention side, but also on the enforcement side, bring those numbers back down.
Talk about some things, because anytime we see this type of tragedy happen, people want to know what is going to be done to make sure that this doesn't happen again. What are some of the tangible steps that we're going to see city leaders take to ensure that we don't see this type? Because you think about it, we had the mall melee around this time last year. Around the holidays, and we saw the pop-up events and things like that be born out of it. What do you think will be born out of this tragedy? What's going to be done to try and prevent this from happening?
Well, first of all, if you look at what we've done over the last several months, we have invested millions of dollars, multi-millions of dollars into gang prevention and intervention. We do have a lot of people on the streets who are intervening every day to try to prevent these kinds of things from occurring. We've invested millions of dollars in prevention and early intervention for young people, especially young people in those communities where the possibilities of connecting with gang life are greater. And we are doing what we should be doing to arrest the perpetrators and hold them accountable as a signal that we are going to not just stand by and allow people to be wantonly shot and killed and to have these things happen anywhere, especially in a public setting. It would be easy for me, and I suppose, to promise some sort of miracle. I'm not going to do that. Look, we had 2 years prior to COVID, again, where we had zero youth homicides. And that's because we invested in the pop-ups. We invested in more youth activities, and we're continuing to do that. In fact, we're upping our investment. But it's been a very stressed year in the community, in the state, in the country, and in the world. And I think we're seeing some of those results. Not an excuse. We've got to now double and triple down on the investment on the front end and to hold perpetrators accountable for jeopardizing and or taking the lives of people.
And this quick arrest, you're saying, Mayor, signals that this type of thing won't be tolerated.
Exactly. It's a quick arrest. And of course, anyone arrested is innocent unless and until proven guilty. They'll have their due process. But I think quick investigations, thorough investigations, and making it very clear that people are going to be tried and held accountable whenever they jeopardize and, of course, take the lives of other people, that is essential. Because, again, when you step back here, Chris, think about the madness of people shopping the day after Thanksgiving, having a good time, acting, hopefully being distant in the appropriate way, and then seeing something like this. It's not the mall's fault. And I just want to say, I encourage people to always act safely, but please shop at Arden Fair or shop at one of our other local establishments here, because They don't deserve the brunt of this. It could have happened anywhere. It happened to happen. It happened to happen at the mall.
Are there things we have not asked you, Mr. Mayor? What would you leave us with tonight?
Anything else? No, I think that's it. But we'll be talking more about this. But more than talking, we are going to continue to act to protect the public safety and to try to build a healthier community.
Well, that is encouraging news. I think people will be looking forward to other things that you'll have to say about this, Mr. Mayor. But you said you don't think that there's any silver bullet. You don't think that you're going to be coming out with something that's just going to be, the solve-all, if you will.
Let me tell you something. I am always looking for the big solution. But as far as I'm concerned, the big solutions are twofold. One, to continue to invest millions of dollars in providing better pathways and alternatives for young people, including intervening directly in gangs. We don't know whether this particular shooting was gang related or not yet. That may come out. That's one thing. The second thing is to make sure that we don't allow the debate. Look, I've been a critic of the police department at times. I believe that police reform is a real and legitimate issue at all levels. But come on, this is an area where we need stronger law enforcement, where to use every legal means at their disposal to get the hands out of the guns of people who should not have them. That's what I believe. And so it's got to be twofold. Those are the big solutions.